In our quest to uncover Earth's mysteries, humans have faced countless challenges from nature. Some places captivate us with their majestic beauty, but they also hide deadly dangers. From acidic lakes and volcanic peaks to dense, deep forests, each location holds risks that only the bravest explorers dare to face. Before we begin our journey to explore these dangerous places, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any exciting videos. Ranking 20th on the list is the Great Barrier Reef. The Great Barrier Reef in Australia, although a stunning natural wonder, is one of the most dangerous places humans have explored. This danger stems from the combination of a harsh environment and the presence of many dangerous marine creatures that can threaten human life. The Great Barrier Reef is home to many species of sharks, including great white sharks, tiger sharks, and bull sharks. These sharks are known for their aggression and potential to attack humans. The reef also houses many highly venomous fish, such as stonefish, scorpionfish, and the box jellyfish. The box jellyfish possesses the world's most potent venom, capable of causing excruciating pain, cardiac arrest, and death within minutes if not treated promptly. In addition to dangerous creatures, the natural conditions of the Great Barrier Reef pose a significant threat. Strong currents, large waves, and sudden changes in weather can create challenges and dangers for divers. Sharp coral reefs can also cause severe injuries if accidentally struck. Number 19. The Red Sea, Egypt. The Red Sea in Egypt is a globally renowned destination for its stunning coral reefs and crystal-clear waters. It is one of the most famous diving spots in the world, attracting millions of visitors each year. However, behind this beauty lies a multitude of hidden dangers. The Red Sea is home to many dangerous marine animals such as sharks, lionfish, and scorpionfish. While shark attacks on humans are rare, they have occurred, causing fear among diving enthusiasts. Lionfish, with their venomous spines, can cause excruciating pain if touched, while scorpionfish, camouflaged on the seafloor, can pose a life-threatening risk if stepped on. Additionally, strong currents in some areas, particularly near coral reefs and narrow straits, can sweep divers away, making it difficult to return to shore and increasing the risk of drowning. Deep diving in the Red Sea can also lead to decompression sickness, a dangerous condition that occurs when divers ascend too quickly, causing nitrogen bubbles in the blood. The underwater environment of the Red Sea is harsher than you might imagine. Sunlight penetrating the clear waters can cause rapid changes in temperature and light, easily leading to seasickness, disorientation, or hypothermia if not properly prepared. Furthermore, the coral in the Red Sea, although beautiful, can cause cuts and abrasions if accidentally touched, with the added risk of infection from bacteria present in the coral. Number 18. Copper Canyon. Copper Canyon in Mexico consists of 6 canyons combined, more complex with steep cliffs and narrow, precarious trails, with depths reaching up to 6,160 feet or about 1,280 meters. This terrain increases the risk of deadly falls, especially for those who lack climbing experience or are unfamiliar with the area. The challenging terrain also makes navigating the canyon a significant challenge. The weather in Copper Canyon can change rapidly, from high temperatures during the day to freezing cold at night, increasing the risk of disorientation and survival difficulties. Facing extreme temperatures, lack of water, and unpredictable weather conditions, explorers can quickly encounter health issues, such as dehydration or hypothermia, especially without adequate protective gear. Number 17. The Amazon Rainforest. The Amazon rainforest in South America is home to many dangerous wildlife species, such as black scorpions with powerful venom, poison dart frogs, Brazilian wandering spiders, and venomous snakes like the fer-de-lance, known as the three-step snake by Amazonian natives because its venom is so potent that after being bitten, one can only take 3 steps before collapsing in pain. Coral snakes, with venom that can cause muscle paralysis, difficulty breathing, and potentially fatal respiratory failure within hours if not treated promptly, are also present. Additionally, the forest is home to many predators like anacondas, caiman crocodiles, and dangerous fish such as piranhas and electric eels. These animals pose direct threats to anyone venturing into the forest and contribute to the complex and risky ecosystem of the Amazon. Moreover, the natural environment of the Amazon is incredibly harsh. The humid tropical climate, constant rainfall, and complex terrain with countless rivers make navigating through the forest challenging and dangerous. Another factor is the presence of indigenous tribes, some of whom remain isolated from the outside world and may view outsiders as a threat. There have been stories of explorers or strangers being attacked when attempting to approach these areas without permission. Number 16, Mount Washington. Mount Washington, located in New Hampshire, USA, is known for its fierce winds, having set a world record with speeds of about 230 miles per hour in 1934, which is 370 kilometers per hour. The winds here are so strong they can sweep away anyone who isn't firmly grounded, making this mountain a place where even the most experienced climbers must be cautious. On the summit of Mount Washington, temperatures frequently drop below freezing, even in summer. In winter, temperatures can plunge to minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit or lower, or about minus 40 degrees Celsius. The temperature can change very quickly, making it difficult for climbers to adjust in time. Humidity on Mount Washington is usually very high, creating conditions for the formation of ice and thick fog. This not only reduces visibility, but also makes every surface slippery and dangerous. The high humidity combined with strong winds increases the feeling of cold, causing frostbite even when temperatures haven't reached their lowest. Those who dare to conquer this mountain face a real risk to their lives. Number 15, Death Valley. Death Valley in California, USA, is known as the hottest place on Earth. In 1913, temperatures here reached a record 134 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about 57 degrees Celsius, the highest temperature ever recorded on the planet. In summer, temperatures in Death Valley often exceed 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 50 degrees Celsius, and the air here is extremely dry with very low humidity. The combination of intense heat and low humidity greatly increases the risk of severe dehydration and heat stroke, which can lead to life-threatening conditions like heat exhaustion. Nighttime temperatures don't drop much either, giving the body little chance to recover from the daytime heat. Prolonged exposure to these harsh conditions without proper protection can quickly become dangerous. Visitors to Death Valley must ensure they carry enough water, wear protective clothing against the sun, and always be vigilant about dehydration. The body can lose water rapidly due to sweating, and if not replenished adequately, this can lead to serious health problems. Number 14, Oimyakon, the coldest inhabited place in the world. Oimyakon, a small village in Siberia, Russia, is known as the coldest inhabited place on Earth. The average temperature is minus 58 degrees Fahrenheit, or about minus 50 degrees Celsius, cold enough to freeze everything, with a record low of about minus 94 degrees Fahrenheit, which is minus 70 degrees Celsius. Just staying outside for too long presents a high risk of frostbite and hypothermia. To cope, residents must wear multiple layers of warm clothing, covering every part of their bodies to avoid the bone-chilling cold. The harsh climate also greatly affects the infrastructure and lifestyle here. Water and fuel frequently freeze, making the supply of basic necessities complicated. Vehicles must be specially equipped to operate in these icy conditions. In the coldest months, cars need to be kept warm or have their engines running even when not in use, as they may not restart if turned off. Despite the harsh weather, Oimyakon is home to about 500 people. The residents here mainly survive by raising reindeer, horses, and hunting. Their diet mainly consists of meat because farming is impossible in this climate. Number 13, the Arctic region. The Arctic region in the Arctic Ocean has winter temperatures that often drop below -40 degrees Fahrenheit, or about -40 degrees Celsius. Strong winds can make it feel much colder than the actual temperature, posing a risk of frostbite and hypothermia within minutes if not properly protected. Additionally, frequent snowstorms and the lack of sunlight during the long winter months, known as the Arctic night, make travel and survival extremely difficult and dangerous. Moreover, climate change is causing the Arctic Ocean's ice to melt rapidly, leading to the formation of cracks and unstable ice flows. Large ice masses can suddenly fracture or disintegrate, creating hazards. The region is also home to polar bears, the largest land predators, posing a real threat to anyone entering their territory. These bears are aggressive, agile, and powerful, capable of attacking humans unexpectedly. An encounter with a polar bear can be fatal, especially when there is no safe shelter or weapon for self-defense. Number 12. Okapi Swamp. Okapi Swamp in the USA is not only famous for its wild beauty, but also for the hidden dangers within its complex and diverse ecosystem. American alligators are the most famous residents here, often seen near water and on grassy banks, ready to attack if they feel threatened. With their power and predatory instincts, alligators are one of the biggest dangers to anyone venturing into this swamp. In addition to alligators, Okapi Swamp is also home to many venomous snakes, including rattlesnakes and cottonmouths. These snakes often hide in grass or on rocks, making them difficult to spot until it's too late. A bite from these snakes can be life-threatening, making movement in the swamp extremely dangerous. Moreover, the terrain of Okapi is a challenge for those unfamiliar with the area. Swampy water, tall grass, and soft ground make movement difficult and dangerous. The ground can suddenly sink, turning an ordinary trip into a struggle for survival. The narrow channels and dark waters also add to the mysterious and frightening atmosphere of the area. Number 11. Lake Natron. Lake Natron in northern Tanzania, East Africa, is infamous for its bright red waters and extreme conditions that make it nearly impossible for most creatures to survive. The lake has very high salt and alkaline levels, with a pH ranging from 9 to 10.5, and water temperatures can reach up to 140 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 60 degrees Celsius, creating a highly dangerous environment. The lake's water can burn skin and eyes upon contact, and its vapor can harm the respiratory system, corrode metals, and damage electronic devices. Additionally, animals that get trapped in the lake often become petrified due to the effects of sodium carbonate, turning them into bizarre statues, adding to the lake's eerie atmosphere. With its high salt concentration, moving through the lake's waters is difficult, increasing the risk of drowning. Furthermore, microorganisms in the lake can produce harmful toxins, making this environment even more dangerous. Even for pilots, Lake Natron poses a threat as it can cause optical illusions, making it difficult to judge altitude and leading to accidents. All these factors make Lake Natron an extremely dangerous destination, not only for animals but also for humans, turning it into a place only the truly brave dare to approach. Number 10. Kawaan Acid Lake. Kawaan Acid Lake, located in the Kawaan volcanic crater in Indonesia, stands out with its stunning turquoise color. But this mesmerizing appearance hides a deadly reality. The lake's water has such high acidity that it can dissolve metal. Additionally, the Kawaan crater constantly emits toxic sulfur gases, creating thick clouds of smoke. When these sulfur gases mix with the air, they form acidic fumes that can burn skin, irritate eyes and lungs, and even cause suffocation if inhaled in high concentrations. This makes the area around the lake extremely dangerous, especially at night when wind changes can cause the sulfur smoke to spread further. Despite the dangers, many tourists from around the world come to visit. Climbing to the top of Eraal Volcano and looking down at the acid lake or witnessing the sulfur mining by local workers provides a unique experience that few places can offer. Number 9. Lake Nyos. Lake Nyos in Cameroon is a volcanic crater lake situated atop Mount Nyos. The danger comes from a natural phenomenon called a carbon dioxide eruption. On August 21, 1986, a terrifying disaster struck. A large amount of carbon dioxide had accumulated at the lake's bottom and was suddenly released, creating a massive carbon dioxide cloud. Carbon dioxide is a colorless, odorless gas, but it is extremely dangerous in high concentrations because it can suffocate both humans and animals. The carbon dioxide cloud quickly spread to surrounding areas, covering nearby valleys and villages. Within minutes, more than 1,600 people and thousands of animals died from suffocation. The terrifying part is that the victims didn't even realize the danger until it was too late. The disaster was caused by carbon dioxide buildup in the lake over many years due to geothermal activities beneath it. When the pressure became too great, the upper layers of water could no longer hold the gas, leading to the sudden eruption. Number 8. Kilauea Volcano. Kilauea Volcano in Hawaii, USA, is one of the longest continuously active volcanoes, with eruptions lasting decades. When Kilauea erupts, molten lava flows over the surrounding areas, burning everything in its path, including homes, forests, and even releasing toxic gases like sulfur dioxide. When this gas mixes with water vapor in the air, it creates acidic smog, known as VOG, or volcanic smog, which is harmful to human health and the environment. One notable event was in 2018 when Kilauea experienced one of the largest and most significant volcanic eruptions in Hawaii's history, lasting from May to August. During this time, Kilauea erupted a massive amount of lava, about 0.2 cubic miles, which is 0.8 cubic kilometers, enough to cover most of Manhattan Island with a nearly 30-foot, or about 9-meter thick layer of lava. This event destroyed over 700 homes and completely changed the landscape around the area, especially in Leilani Estates and vacation land. The eruption also triggered thousands of earthquakes, with the most intense being a 6.9 magnitude earthquake on May 4 of the same year. Number 7. Eraal Volcano. Eraal Volcano in Ethiopia is one of the few volcanoes in the world with a continuously active lava lake, meaning the lava here is always bubbling and can erupt at any moment. This lava lake is not only a spectacular sight, but also a constant threat, with temperatures that can exceed 1,132 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 1,000 degrees Celsius, enough to cause severe burns or death upon contact. Besides the lava, Eraal also releases toxic gases such as sulfur dioxide. This gas not only causes breathing difficulties, but can also lead to suffocation or death if inhaled in high concentrations. The toxic gases combined with the heat from the lava lake create an extremely harsh and dangerous environment for humans. Number 6. Mount Everest. Mount Everest, located on the border between Nepal and Tibet, China, is the highest peak in the world at nearly 29,000 feet above sea level, or about 8,148 meters. It is one of the most challenging and dangerous places that humans have ever conquered, attracting thousands of mountaineers from around the world. The weather on Mount Everest can change rapidly and be extremely dangerous. Temperatures can drop below -76 degrees Fahrenheit in winter, which is -60 degrees Celsius, and winds can reach speeds of up to 100 miles per hour, or about 160 kilometers per hour. Sudden storms often trap climbers or make them lose their way. At nearly 29,000 feet, the air contains only about 1/3 of the oxygen at sea level, leading to severe oxygen deficiency, also known as the death zone. This can cause symptoms such as headaches, nausea, fatigue, and, in severe cases, death from high-altitude cerebral or pulmonary edema. The path to the summit of Everest requires crossing many dangerous terrains, including crevasses, steep slopes, and unstable rocks. Particularly, the Khumbu Icefall is one of the most dangerous parts, where ice blocks can collapse at any moment. Number 5. Moville Cave. Moville Cave in Romania was discovered in 1986 and is notable for its completely isolated ecosystem, thriving in a toxic environment with very high levels of carbon dioxide and hydrogen sulfide. Moville contains a unique ecosystem that has been isolated from the outside world for approximately 5.5 million years. Over 30 species of animals have been found here, all of which have lost pigmentation and are blind, but have long appendages to sense their environment and other features necessary to adapt to cave life. These species have evolved to live in conditions without sunlight, relying on chemosynthetic bacteria to generate energy. What makes Moville Cave so dangerous is the air inside. Oxygen levels are only about 7 to 10%, compared to the normal 21% in the air we breathe, meaning anyone without respiratory support entering the cave is at risk of death. Moreover, high concentrations of toxic gases like hydrogen sulfide and carbon dioxide can cause suffocation or serious damage to the nervous system. Number 4. Danakil Desert. The Danakil Desert in Ethiopia is one of the hottest places on Earth, with daytime temperatures often reaching up to 122 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 50 degrees Celsius. This extreme heat, combined with extremely low humidity, creates an almost unbearable environment for humans. Eraal Volcano. In this region is one of the few volcanoes in the world with a continuously active lava lake. This lava lake is constantly bubbling, creating a majestic yet terrifying scene with high temperatures and toxic gases rising from the crater. In addition to the volcano, Danakil also has acidic lakes filled with toxic compounds, making the water here appear in unusual colors such as green, yellow, and red. Some of these lakes erupt, creating colorful but extremely dangerous landscapes. The water in these lakes has high acidity, which can cause burns if touched. This creates a hostile environment for life, where only extremophilic microorganisms can survive. Number 3. Sundarban Swamp. Sundarban Swamp is home to the Bengal tiger. Unlike many other tiger species, the Bengal tigers in Sundarbans are notoriously aggressive and frequently attack humans. Every year, dozens of deadly attacks occur, making exploring this area extremely dangerous. In addition to Bengal tigers, Sundarbans is also home to giant saltwater crocodiles, the largest crocodiles in the world, reaching up to 23 feet in length, which is 7 meters and weighing over 1 ton. These crocodiles are formidable hunters in the swamp. Sundarbans. Swamp is filled with deadly dangers but also harbors a primitive and mysterious beauty that captivates people. The interwoven network of canals and rivers creates a vast green carpet where nature retains its original essence. The dense mangrove forest with roots rising like natural sculptures creates a mesmerizing scene when the sunset reflects off the shimmering water. Sundarbans is also teeming with life, with migratory birds stopping by, bringing melodious sounds to the tranquil mangrove forest. Small flowers bloom on the branches, creating a fresh contrast with the deep green of the forest, and the winding rivers flow like clear streams through the wild nature. Number 2. North Sentinel Island. North Sentinel Island in India is a place where death can come at any moment to those who dare to approach. The Sentinelese, a completely isolated indigenous tribe, fiercely protect their territory, attacking immediately and without warning, using bows and arrows and spears to drive away anyone who comes near the island. There have been tragic deaths when those who ventured into their territory were shot down with no chance of survival. The danger of North Sentinel Island also lies in the fact that no rescue is possible. The Indian government has issued an absolute ban on any attempts to approach the island, not only to protect the tribe from external influences, but also to ensure that no one faces the ferocity of the Sentinelese. The final location is Snake Island, Brazil, Ilha da Queimada Grande. Snake Island, Brazil, Ilha da Queimada Grande, is considered one of the most dangerous places humans have ever explored due to the presence of the golden lancehead pit viper, Bothrops insularis, one of the world's most venomous snakes, and the extremely high density of snakes on the island, making it extremely risky to set foot here. On this small island, covering only about 106 acres, the snake density can reach 1 to 5 snakes per square meter. However, this high density is only part of the story. The extremely potent venom of the golden lancehead pit viper is the real threat. The venom of the golden lancehead pit viper is so powerful that it can cause tissue necrosis and death very quickly. What's even more concerning is that, in the event of a bite, getting help is almost impossible, significantly reducing the victim's chances of survival. Due to the island's remote and dangerous nature, if someone is bitten by a snake, there is almost no chance of timely medical assistance. Because of these risks, the Brazilian government has banned access to Snake Island. Exploring the world always comes with unforeseen risks and challenges, but it is these challenges that awaken the spirit of adventure and the relentless determination of humans. Curiosity and courage help us overcome all dangers, opening up new horizons. If you are also passionate about this adventurous journey of discovering the world, please subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any thrilling adventures ahead. Thank you and see you next time.